Coming to us live from Niagara Falls in the CCUA Conference is Darcy Griffith.
Me?
You?
Okay.
Excellent. Are you ready for us to get to know you?
Yes, we figured we'd put it on film since we're in person.
I love
we
it.
love being in person.
Yes, we love this idea. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Darcy, tell us about you and your credit union journey. How did you get to where you are now?
Okay, it was a little bit of a long and twisted road. So I ended up going into university in a completely different, unrelated field, regional and urban planning. That was just kind of my childhood interest in maps and everything like that coming together. However, partway through the university thing, it kind of, it's like some other people experience, they're not too into what they're doing there. So it worked out that I had previously worked as a summer student MSR during my portion at the credit union, and when I came out of university, really had nothing going on, no job prospects. So I said, you know what? They reached out to me, and I said, yes, I will take this opportunity, temporary position. And that was 2.5 years at Affinity, 6.5, oh no, not 6.5, 6 at Credential at Crossroads. So it's been like that ever since. It really fits my values. I enjoy what I do. I feel like we do good in the world, and that's something that I enjoy.
Awesome. And we are so glad that you chose the credit
It all
union.
worked out in the end.
Exactly. All right. So you're in your third year of SYL.
Yes.
So let's think back a couple of years. Why did you join SYL?
Yes. So joining SYL in January 2020, there was a lot that I would go back into the past and say, things are gonna change a lot. But prior to that, of course, with SYL, I was lucky to be at a credit union that really supported the SYL message, really was pushing people to go to this events. I always learned so much from the events, from the people I've met, from the speakers we've had, from the information that we gathered. And when it came time to think about giving back on that and making sure that other people had the opportunities that I did, it was an easy decision. And of course, people were tapping me while I was actively participating in these events, being like, we need you on this committee, please join us. So finally I got around to doing that there. And of course, because I'm on the committee, I get to go to retreat again, so I get to extend that record. I've been to every retreat.
Love it.
Yeah.
And hopefully many, many, many more. And you can have like the record of the most retreats for the 40 and under.
Call Guinness.
There
I'm
we
ready.
go.
I'm ready for my plaque.
Perfect. Okay. So speaking of SYL this year and all of the work you do and the different groups you're on for it, what are you most excited about this year for SYL?
There's a lot. It's a different year now that we're slowly coming out of the pandemic. Things are coming back to normal. I'm really excited. Being at this event, which is in person for the first time in 2 years, for us to be back in person. The virtual retreat was great. We had a great success with that. People had a great time, but it doesn't beat that in-person experience for me. So I'm really excited for that. I'm a part of the award subcommittee, which does happen at retreat. We've got some fun ideas coming down the pipe. I think like there's going to be a lot of fun to be had there. Maybe even a red carpet if I'm really going to get my Joan Rivers on. But I know retreat is going to do an amazing job on that, and we're all in that together, of course. So that is something that I'm really excited for. Fortunately, it is a sad moment as well because it'll be my last time on committee, but I'm sure they are please leave faster. So it's time to let all the rest of the birds fly the nest.
Oh, no, we never want you to leave. We'll extend the term just for you. Okay, let's do some fun ones.
Okay.
If money, time, and other people's opinions didn't matter, what would you be doing?
Great question. We love asking this at our events now. So if it was completely, I am free to do whatever I want, no job required, no career required, I would be traveling. As someone who was obsessed with maps and learning about the world, I would love to see it in person. Books are great, but it's always better to see it in person, of course. If I did have to do some sort of vacation, some sort of job, I would definitely love some sort of interactive talk show host, game show host, TV something or other. I think I have the personality for it. I think I have the skill set for it.
100%.
And I think it would be a fun blast. all the time. And I am all about making fun of my life. If you're not laughing, you're not living.
Oh,
So
I love that, Darcy. Okay. So you just gave us a little bit of advice there. If you're not laughing, you're not living.
okay.
If you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Ooh. So looking back on my younger self, I would definitely tell myself, if I could go back, to stop caring so much about what people think of you. If the people around you are with you, they will be with you regardless of who you are, because they know you and they want you to be you. I would tell myself that because it would make me so much happier and I would have got there so much faster. If you would not ask that person for advice, why are you taking criticism from them?
Love that.
Of course, it's tough as a younger person, but I would try and give that, I would shake myself into that advice for sure.
Awesome. Okay. Most famous person you have ever met?
Ooh, fun. Obviously, being in rural Saskatchewan, those opportunities aren't every day. Of course, being a Canadian, one of the token answers you get is I've met quite a few curlers.
Ooh.
Whether it was from attending the high-level events, I was also a volunteer at multiple events, including the last Olympic trials in Saskatoon. That was a cool opportunity. It was great to be in the arenas again. That was the first one after COVID. I've also met the ladies at the Social in Toronto. They did a taping back before COVID, and that was exciting. Got great compliments on the one shirt I wore that day.
Can we just say you've gotten great compliments the entire time we've been here about your fashion?
I didn't have to say it. Someone else had to say it, of course. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'll ever get to go again, so you got to present your best.
Exactly.
So, also that's what kind of sparked that answer of, ooh, this would be a fun job to do. Maybe I could be a
Yes.
talk show host. I don't know how that happens. If you know, please call me. But also, earlier this week, I happened to bump across probably a good third of the Big Brother Canada cast who happened to be staying at the same hotel as me. So didn't want to bother them. It was early in the morning. I was off to my conference, but
Love that.
met them from afar.
Okay. Sticking along the famous line, if Hollywood made a movie about your life, who would play you and why?
Ooh. Thinking about this, I can't come up with anybody off the top of my head, actor-wise, that even kind of looks like me. I think I broke the mold when I came out. But if I had to pick somebody, thinking about it honestly, truly, I would have to play myself. Because I think, one, no one can do me justice like that. I know my story, I know my background, and I'm also 100% self-aware enough to know that I am not the hero in my story all the time, and it's not all roses.
Yeah.
So that, I would have to do it.
Love it. And now I wish that was my answer when you interviewed me.
Too bad.
Okay, so still along the acting, movie lines, that sort of thing.
Okay.
If you were a Star Wars character, who or which character would you be and why?
I'm just gonna pretend that you asked me who my favorite Real Housewife is, and that's Nene Leakes. Please come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. If I had to pick a Star Wars character just based solely on my very zero knowledge of it, it would have to be whatever character Sasha Banks, the wrestler, plays, because that's the only knowledge I have of Star Wars.
Okay. And I don't know who she plays.
Don't come for me.
I've only watched the movies.
I know they're passionate. Don't come for me.
Love it. Okay. What is the most indulgent purchase you have ever made?
Linking back to wrestling, this was earlier last year, post RSP season. As you know, someone working in wealth, pretty stressful. We had a system integration last year. It was pretty, I needed something to, you know what, reward yourself for the hard work that you did. And it also built into my obsession with what is the best holiday of the year, Halloween. Christmas, overrated. Halloween, that girl. Anyways, so I bought myself a replica WWE title, women's title. I've wanted it since I was a kid. I wanted it for the longest time. I'd pretend I was holding an imaginary one. I wanted it, so now it's hanging on my wall, and I was able to incorporate it into my Halloween costume of WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. So
Love it.
That's on my Instagram if you want to see it.
Yes, go to Darcy's Instagram and check out like his iconic Halloween costumes. He's amazing. Okay, wrapping it up, one final question, bringing it back. We've been at Next Gen, we've talked a lot about leadership, all that sort of stuff. So what does the word leadership mean to you?
Wow. Now we're back to serious question.
Oh yeah, sorry, serious question.
Diane Sora jumped out. Leadership means to me, it can be someone in any position, not even someone in the credit union necessarily. It can be someone in the community. It's someone who is authentic and someone who is in that fight with you. It's someone who is in it with you. They are not sitting on a chair above you in the back of the battlefield giving directions. They are in there with you on the front line fighting the good fight with you. I think leadership is also collaboration. It's someone who reaches out to others, especially someone who is completely different from themselves, open to new ideas, open to diverse interactions. And I hope that's something that I bring to the world, and that's something that I strive to do.
Awesome. Thank you, Darcy. That was amazing. I love you. We all love you. You're just an amazing human. So
Thank you.
All right.
I'm excited for the rest of this conference. There's a gala tonight. We'll see what happens.
Oh yes, bring on the I can't wait to see what you wear tonight. Oh, we're gonna have to post that. Okay.
Yes.
All right, everyone, saying goodbye from CCUA.
Bye.